Today, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make fluffy, perfectly smooth American buttercream frosting. American buttercream frosting is great for frosting cakes and cupcakes or filling macarons. It's also really great for making frosting decorations like I did on my cactus garden cake or my magic mushroom cake. It's really easy to make. I'm going to show you just how easy in a second. But before you actually make your frosting, there's a couple things to actually prepare. The first thing you want to do is make sure your butter is soft. Now, most people keep their butter in the fridge, but I keep mine out because I go through a lot of butter to make frosting and cupcakes and cakes. So by the time it goes off, I've already used it. If you're like most people and you keep it in the fridge, you want to soften your butter. The easiest way I've found to actually soften butter is by popping it in a microwave-safe bowl and microwaving it for 10 seconds at a time, spinning it around once each time until it's nice and soft. Now, I'm about to show you guys on screen how soft it needs to be. I know that some people might be triggered by this because it looks a little gross, but you want it to be soft enough that when you put your finger on it or through it, it goes through easily and there's no kind of tension. You don't want it to be melted, you just want it to be nice and soft. The next thing you want to prepare is your icing sugar or powdered sugar. Now you can use pure icing sugar or softened icing mixture. It doesn't really matter for frosting. Some people prefer to sift their powdered sugar. Personally, I don't do this, but I'm going to tell you guys to do it because if you have time to do it, it does make your frosting a little bit smoother and fluffier. If you don't have the time, it's completely fine, just skip this step. Now that we've got everything ready, we're ready to make our buttercream. So you want to pop your butter into a large mixing bowl. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this frosting using a hand mixer, but you can use a stand mixer if you like. Most people don't have a stand mixer, so I'm going to show you guys how to make it using a hand mixer. We're going to mix the butter and get it nice and creamy. Now, one of the things you want to get into the habit of doing as a beginner or a professional baker is scraping down your bowl. It doesn't matter if you're using a hand mixer or a stand mixer, whichever attachment you're using is never going to perfectly get the bottom of the bowl or the sides of the bowl. So you always want to use a spatula to scrape your bowl down. That way you're making sure everything gets mixed nice and evenly. Once you've got your butter looking nice and creamy and it's gone a little bit pale, you want to add half of your sifted or non-sifted powdered sugar. Now, guys, make sure you begin mixing on low speed. If it's on medium or, God forbid, high speed, you'll end up with a sugar dust storm, and you don't want that. I'm talking from experience. Mix. Once there are no dry ingredients showing, crank it up to high speed and continue mixing for a couple minutes until everything is really well combined. Once it is, you want to add the other half of your powdered sugar and repeat the same process until it's nice and creamy and pale. You want to add some vanilla extract in there. That's what you want to do for all frosting as a basic flavoring. I'm going to show you guys in a second how to flavor your frostings. Mix it in there, and guys, the last thing you want to do, which is completely optional, I mostly skip this step, especially during the summer when it's really warm, is add some milk in your frosting. Milk does a couple things, but the best thing it does is make your frosting even smoother. It also makes your frosting a little bit softer. So if it's a warm day again, skip the milk. The best way to store your American buttercream frosting is in an airtight container. Pop it in the fridge. You can have it in there for up to 2 weeks. I've had it in there longer. Just be very mindful though that frosting is porous, meaning that it will absorb fridge smells. So if your fridge smells like garlic, you don't want to serve garlic buttercream frosting to your guests. Make sure you're mindful of that. Freshening up chilled frosting is really easy. Pop it out at room temperature for about 2 hours so it thaws, and then you want to pop it in the microwave for about 10 seconds just to soften it. before you mix it, just like you usually do with buttercream frosting, and it's back to brand new. If you want to make chocolate American buttercream frosting, which is really delicious by the way, you're just going to use cocoa powder. It's really, really easy. One of the things you definitely want to do, and you can't skip with cocoa powder, is sift it, because sometimes it can be a little bit clumpy, and getting those clumps of cocoa powder out of your beautiful smooth American buttercream frosting is basically going to be impossible. So make sure you sift it, that way you don't have clumps. Add it into your frosting and make sure you mix on low speed. Mixing on high speed with cocoa powder is going to cause you to clean your kitchen for 3 weeks before it's actually clean. So make sure you start on slow speed, and then once there's no dry cocoa powder showing, crank it up to high speed, continue mixing, scrape down the bowl as usual, and then mix until it's nice and evenly combined. One of the great things about American buttercream frosting is how easy it is to actually flavor it. Now, there are a couple of different ways you can flavor it. You can flavor it using sauces. So my favorite American buttercream frosting flavor is salted caramel flavored frosting. Now, I just simply flavor it using my salted caramel sauce, which you can grab or watch the video for. If you've never had salted caramel buttercream frosting, you have to try it. The best way to actually flavor it is using my salted caramel sauce. I just heat it up a little bit, just a little bit. You don't want it too warm, otherwise it'll melt your frosting, and then just pour it in there. Mix like you do everything else, scraping down the bowl of course. Now, the other way to flavor it is by using food flavorings, extracts, and essences. So like if you wanted peppermint flavored frosting, you'd use peppermint extract. Coloring American buttercream frosting is really, really easy. I like to color it using food gels. You can use liquid food colorings. Just keep in mind, it can cause your frosting to look a little bit split, and it can also soften your buttercream frosting. So food gels, which is much more concentrated and a little bit thicker, is going to be easier than liquid food colorings. Just add a couple drops in there, mix it using a spoon. You don't need to use a hand mixer or a stand mixer, unlike Swiss Mary buttercream frosting, and you have colored buttercream frosting. So there you have it. That's how easy it is to make American buttercream frosting. It's so delicious. If you guys try this recipe, and the recipe is going to be on my website, available as a PDF download until the new website is up, please let me know on social media that you actually made it. Tag me on Instagram or on Facebook. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I will see you on the next episode of Basic Baking on the Scran Line.